We saw Donald Trump. He watched the address from his home at Mar-a-Lago and, as promised, delivered a live play-by-play on Truth Social in response to Joe Biden's speech. And it really was a stream of consciousness reaction from Donald Trump. He attacked Biden heavily. He went after him on his positions on Ukraine and Social Security. But his attacks also grew increasingly personal. We know that House Speaker Mike Johnson warned Republicans to maintain decorum yesterday in the chamber, but that was advice that did not reach Donald Trump. He very much attacked Biden. He mocked his appearance. He mocked his hair and his walk, and also claimed that he was, quote, so angry and crazy. Now, Donald Trump also responded on Truth Social with some taped video messages in response to Biden's speech, one of which really trying to turn the tables on Joe Biden's argument that Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. As we have seen Donald Trump do in the past, he claimed that Biden is the true threat. Take a listen.
Joe Biden is on the run from his record and lying like crazy to try and escape accountability for the horrific devastation he and his party have created. All the while, they continue the very policies that are causing this horror show to go. We cannot take it any longer as a country.
Now, John, obviously we have heard this type of rhetoric from Donald Trump in the past, as well as seen him live post during these large events. But they do take on new significance now that he is the presumptive Republican nominee. And it also comes as his grip on the Republican Party is tightening, something we're going to see play out today here in Houston with that RNC spring meeting. We're going to see Ronna McDaniel step down from her position as chairwoman. It comes after Donald Trump and her relationship had really grown tense and had been a struggle for over a year now. And we're going to see Donald Trump's hand-pick replacements for her glide to their path to the top of leadership at the committee. And again, this comes as Donald Trump is very eager to use the weight of the RNC, have their full infrastructure behind him, including their data operation, their ground game strategy, their pull with voters, and of course, their fundraising. But the way it's been described to me, John, by senior advisors is, yes, it is normal for a presumptive nominee or a candidate to have their own control in a way over the RNC or of a committee when they take power. But it's been described to me as more of a takeover for Donald Trump as he tries to sync his vision with the RNC. John?
And his family with the RNC. Elena Treen in Houston, thank you very much.
President Biden laying out what he believes are the stakes right now, and with a very keen eye toward November, of course. A speech The Atlantic dubbed the most unusual State of the Union in living memory. Let's test that against history right now. CNN presidential historian Tim Naftali joins us. It's good to see you, Tim. You've studied many a president, and you've studied many of these major addresses. What did you see in this speech?
Well, first of all, this is the first time in over a century that a president, an incumbent, is running against a former president. This is the first time in history that an 81-year-old man has ever given a State of the Union address. And this is the first time in history that an American president faces a re-election challenge against an instigator of an insurrection. So just there, we're talking about an unprecedented historical speech. President Biden, in many ways, had to give a State of the President speech more than a State of the Union speech. People were watching to see his energy level, his vibrancy, his fight, his willingness to fight for re-election, and people saw it yesterday. They saw all of that.
Just finished watching a fresh clip from CNN, and we hope it resonated with you. Now, we'd love to dive into our thoughts and kickstart a discussion down in the comments. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, follow and subscribe to our channel for more engaging clips coming your way. In the aftermath of President Biden's address, former President Donald Trump wasted no time in articulating his unfiltered critiques from Mar-a-Lago, providing a real-time play-by-play commentary that stands as a testament to his unshakable influence within the Republican Party. This was not a man restrained by the calls for decorum that echoed through the halls of Congress, but a leader whose unapologetically brash style has become a hallmark of his enduring political persona. Trump's assertive response to Biden's speech, particularly on platforms like Truth Social, builds upon his well-established modus operandi, direct, combative, and formidable in his conviction that current leadership is failing America. He accused Biden of being on the run from his own record, casting him as the architect of a horrific devastation upon our beloved country. This pointed attack exemplifies Trump's message that Biden, not he, is the true threat to American prosperity, security, and the values we hold dear. Indeed, his ability to position himself as the antidote to democratic policies that he deems disastrous is a clear indication of his rhetorical prowess. As Trump levied his criticisms, he did not shy away from personal jabs at Biden, questioning his appearance and demeanor. While some may frown upon such attacks as unbecoming of political discourse, they reflect a raw dissatisfaction among Trump's base with what they perceive as the inauthenticity and weakness of establishment politicians. Carrying the bar of returning America to its former glory, Trump seized the moment to contrast his vision of strength with what he sees as the Biden administration's stumbling. He contends that the policies carried out by the Democrats have sown chaos, be it on the domestic front with economic turmoil or in the international arena with challenges like Ukraine. As the Republican Party looks ahead to its future, it is clear that Trump's influence remains potent. The pending reshuffle within the GOP's leadership, with the likely installation of figures aligned with Trump's vision, signifies a party in the throes of transformation. Trump's unwavering grip signals not just an ideological consolidation, but a strategic pivot as the party readies itself for the political battles that lie ahead. In essence, Trump's fervent critique of Biden is more than just a reaction to one speech. It is emblematic of a deeper and ongoing ideological schism within American politics. Trump's commentary lays bare a contest of visions for America, one rooted in conservative principles that he believes are the blueprint for an American Renaissance, and another that he casts as the continuation of a decline that he is poised to reverse. As we move towards a defining moment in our nation's history, it is critical for the conservative movement to not just hear Trump's words, but to understand the undercurrent of genuine concern for our country that they represent.